All right, welcome everybody. Today we're going to work some hips, glutes, and abs. As a senior, when you get to become a senior, we start to lose get touch with the gluteal area. And so that's what we're going to do is try to get back in touch with the glute and hip area and the core. Okay, we're going to start with a little warm up, just twisting, rotating the body. Elbows up, heel touch. Reach up and over. Good, roll the hips around. Keep rolling there. Other direction. So today you're actually just going to need weights. We don't need the band today, but you're going to need some weights. And if you have a slider board or if you have something that you can use on the carpet or hardwood floors, like a cloth or paper plate, you can go ahead and have that too. Good. Let's start with some hip huggers. Just working those hips, warming them up. So hip huggers, you're actually just going to raise the hip up right in here and using those muscles. So trying to pull the leg up without bending the knee. Another way to think of it, just a little side to side, warming up those hips. Good, and then side to side with the hips. All right, so what we're gonna do first is just a side reach. You wanna have your feet pretty wide, and what we're gonna do is just reach to the side, side to side. Notice you'll bend the leg here. Let's try one leg at a time. Maybe that'll be even easier for you to start with. One, over and across. So I'm mostly bending this leg. If you find you need to get a little wider, that really helps. Look where you're going. So I'm kind of going down and across. About 4 more. Good, let's try the other side now. So I come down, twist, and reach. Just don't hurt your knees. You could always just do the twisting. That's fine too. Whatever's best. Good warm up here. About 4 or 5 more. Good, excellent. Now just take your legs and circle them around. We'll do one leg at a time. Circle the other direction. You could be balancing, working your balance too. Excellent. Let's try the other leg. Most of this stuff you should be able to do standing for most everybody. But if you have to do something seated, go for it. But most of this workout should be capable for everybody to do. Other direction. Good. So we're going to start with what's called the plie squat. You can go ahead and get a weight out, or if you have kettlebells, this is a great kettlebell exercise. But you're basically just going to hold one weight, turn the toes out nice and wide, kind of like you were, so that when you're knee, when you go down, your knee will go right over your ankle. And we're just going to go down. Notice when I go down, my legs are pretty straight. Come up, reach, and then exhale. Actually, exhale, come up, and then inhale on the way down. That's it. Just a dumbbell swing, or this is often a kettlebell swing. Make sure your knees go out and you really feel it in the glutes, in the side of your hips as well. Give me about 2 more of those. So you can always just do the swing too if your legs are having issues today. Let's go ahead and move on to abductors. We can set the weight down on the chair or wherever you want. We're going to do abductors taking away. So we're going to take the leg away from the body there. Now, one of the main things here is try to keep your foot pointed straight ahead. A lot of times people end up doing this. That works the quads, not the hips and glutes. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is you kind of getting out of touch with that, stop using it. You want to really use those muscles. So working the side of the hip, called the abductor. Good posture. You can balance. About 4 more. So about 12 each side. Good. It does work that supporting leg. Let's work the other side. Move my chair here. Try not to lean over to the side. Just move the leg. Really focus on the hips and glutes. And you can move your arms, whatever you want to do, but really try to focus. If you can't focus while you're moving your arms, think about that leg pointed forward. 2 more. And relax. Good. Let's just rotate side to side, forward and back, whatever feels good. Give yourself a little break there. All right, good. Let's get one more weight out here. So we got 2 weights now. But remember, if you're worried about balance, we're going to do some single leg stuff too, so you can always revert back to no weights on that. We're going to show you what a good morning is, or kind of like a deadlift / good morning. You're just going to lean forward, keeping your legs fairly straight. A deadlift, you would go maybe just a little further down and bend the knees. We're just going to keep pretty straight here and then come back up. So the focus is on the glutes. When you come up, really tighten them down to about your knees and up. Good. So you can keep doing that if you want to, or you can do it on one leg. You come down and up. It's a little more challenging. So watch your balance and do double if you have to, if that's best for you. And you don't have to lean forward too far, but you'll feel it in the glutes. About 2 or 3 more. Excellent. Let's try the other side. We'll do about 12 each side. Take a break if you're doing both legs. And then get started on some more here in a second. Work the balance there. Good. I'll show the double leg one again. We're going to do about 4 or 5 more. Tighten those glutes at the top. So you can even kind of thrust the hips forward slightly to feel the tension in the gluteal muscle. All right, good deal. So that's your good mornings, or kind of like deadlift good mornings. Let's go ahead and do some hip extensions. So we set the weights down again, wherever's best. And we're gonna extend back now. So showing you from the front, just push your foot back. Again, try not to let it go out to the side so that you really work the glute muscles, and try not to lean forward. It's a great little hip and glute routine that you can do on your own when the video comes out as well. So you can always repeat and do another set of this later. About 4 more. Good, and then we'll switch sides. Trying to go forward. It's also about flexibility. So you could just work to where you can go. You don't have to go real far, but just get that flexibility going a little more. About 4 more. About 12 to 15 is what you want. Excellent. All right. Just kind of wiggle your hips around. And let's put one leg out. Leaning forward. And other side. Now the next one's called speed skater. Now if you're not a speed skater and you want to work balance more or something like that, you can definitely do that by just switching legs each time, working your balance. Bring the knee up if you want to, but then you can actually really get into it more. The idea would be to jump to, or kind of move to the side. I wouldn't jump so much, and then kind of go down slightly. Catching yourself, basically. So do your own version of this, whatever's best for you, but tightening those glutes, you see them working there. More push is going to work more glutes. Good. Give me about 10 more seconds. Do your own version. Excellent. All right. And then we're going to do some diagonal kickbacks. So we're actually going out and to the side. So not just to the side, not back, but more diagonal. We won't worry about the foot too much. Just make sure you're kind of working the side of the glutes here. So it's kind of like your shoulders, where you tend to work all the different areas based on the direction you're going. About 4 more of those. You can always go down slower to work it more. All right, let's try the other side. Work that supporting leg too, you can notice that. Just diagonally back, about 12 of them. Good, all right. Just kind of lean forward slightly, like this, giving it a stretch. You should feel those glutes by now. Should be in touch. Just stretch it out. All right, we only got a few more to go. You can see the routine is definitely works, and you're not going to have to do a ton of it to make it feel effective. We're going to do core work here in a minute. But this is more glutes and hips. We got 2 more of those. We're going to step back and then squat or lunge and then come back to feet together. So this is called a retro lunge. I'll show you from the side. Just stepping back. You might think of it as stepping back to that pyramid, going straight down, up, and then feet together. But you don't want your knee to go forward here too much. And you don't have to go too deep. It could just be a step back. See? Nice and easy. So just alternate those. Give you about 30 seconds. So do what you can. Take breaks if you need. And it could be a balance thing by just stepping back and forward. For some people, just depends on where you're at. Everybody's at a different level. You should always appreciate where you're at, though. It could always be worse. Count the blessings. Almost there. Give me one more each side. Excellent. All right. This next one's pretty easy and actually works the front. We've been working the rear the whole time. We're just going to kind of more or less stretch here and work the hip flexors. Let's actually do one side. And you can balance too by not coming down as much if you want. Really working those hip flexors. So you feel that in the front. That's the hip flexion. About 4 more. I'm exhaling up. All right, let's try the other side. Here we go. Excellent. All right. Now we didn't do this so much with the slider board as I anticipated, or the rags, or whatever you're using, the paper plate on the carpet. But let's do one round just so we can get a feel of it. And then you could go back to the routine and all those hip things that we did, the side extensions and everything, you could do with this thing here. All right. So we're going to try one round. Put it on the floor. And let's go for glutes here. Just pushing back on the slider. So I'll show you from this side. Just pushing back. Put your foot right in the middle of that thing so you don't lose it. So you could go back through all those hip ones and really work it with the slider boards too, or whatever you've got. All right, let's try the other side. Just a little bonus here. It's nice because the slider board, you can actually kind of do a lungy sort of a thing rather than just the kickback. But that was kind of more of a combination at the end there. All right, you get the idea though. Let's go ahead and move on to weights and core. So get your weights out. And we're gonna have a seat now. We'll just turn to the side and feel free to get a drink, whatever you need. We're gonna, I'll show you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna cross the arms. We're gonna be leaning back, about so, and then forward. Come back to where your feet start to come up off the floor almost. Just working that core. Inhale back, exhale forward. So you should really feel those muscles by now. We did quite a lot of those exercises. Let's do about 5 more. Excellent. All right. Relax for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to do some twisting. We'll do one leg up. We'll do like a boat pose, twisting and turning. Now, if you have a mat too, you could be doing some of these things on a mat as well. So here we go. So leg up, good posture, side to side. Follow the weights with your eyes. I stop in the middle and then I go to the other side. Makes it easier. That's 3 each side. We'll go for 20 total. 10 each side. Eight more. And relax. Good. We're going to do a diagonal crunch next. Just let yourself rest. I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to sit back, and then we'll take the shoulder to opposite knee. All right. Take a little breather, though. Another 5-10 seconds. All right. Get started when you want to. Lean back, straight, and then turn to the side. Lean back straight, turn to the side. Only lean back as much as your back can handle. You don't want to hurt your lower back. About 4 more. Excellent. Let's go ahead and set the weights down. And we're just got a couple more. Sit back pretty much all the way in your chair. You won't be able to see me do this really, but we're going to press back into the chair. I'll show you from the side. So 12 presses. Press and relax. About a 3-second hold. Working your lower back muscles. So if you sit in a chair or a computer a lot of times, this can be a good break move to just press back, work those lower back muscles, get your chest open. About 4 more. Excellent. And we have one more exercise. We're going to tighten up the core area. Imagine that you're trying to put some tight pants on, and so you're tightening up the belly, getting everything sucked in. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. And relax. Inhale there, and then exhale. Tighten the core. Make yourself tall. I make this too, and relax. So about a 5-second exhale. Inhale and exhale. And relax. Good. 2 more of those. Exhale. And relax. 1 more time. Exhale. And relax. Good. Let's just stretch the core a little bit to start with, reaching up and over. Take some nice deep breaths. And other side. Okay, so we've got some hip stretches here. We're going to start with this one. You can either cross low at the ankle or bring it up higher and try to flatten the leg out. Make sure you have good posture, and you're just going to lean forward with back straight, feeling that in your hip here. Just hold it for about 5 or 10 more seconds. Breathing nice and easy. And then you're going to pull your knee in toward the opposite shoulder, hugging up. Hold there for about 10 seconds. Excellent. Then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Start with crossing, either low or high. And leaning forward. Another 10 seconds. You might go a little further. All right, and then hugging up. Good, then we'll go wide with the legs, leaning forward, stretching in here, inner thighs and hips. Face this direction, one leg back, stretching the front of the hip, reach up and back with the arm. All right, let's try the other side. Reaching up and back. If you can put the instep down, that's even better, but really put the leg back and then reach back. And back to center. Let's go ahead and put one leg out. Reach, just lean forward. All right, other side. Good, and then we're just gonna take the leg up, stretching back behind here. And other side. And then reaching up and back. Take a couple deep breaths in the belly. And last, we'll do some twisting. Look back behind you. And other side. Excellent. Here we go with a couple deep breaths. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. One more. All right, very nice job, everybody. Hopefully you felt that. And go ahead and try again later for another set.